Actor David Tennant is on the set of his latest television drama. Best known for playing time-travelling hero Doctor Who, he's decided to embark on a journey through his own family history.
I guess as you look forward to the ultimate grave, you begin to look, you begin to become a bit more aware of your place in the scheme of things, and how you sort of fit into that kind of line, really, and what's brought you here and what's defined who you are, really, and that you're just one sort of chunk in a chain, really, that goes on in a sort of fairly random progression of DNA that lurches forward through the centuries that define what you look like and what you sound like and how you act and whether you're going to go bald. And am I going to go bald? How's it looking? You sure? And the terrible overweening vanity that you have.
Reset for a take, please.
I literally have no conception of who they might be, so that's part of the attraction, I suppose, just to discover who they were.
First positions.
I don't know anything beyond really my grandparents, and I'm a bit shaky on them, so it's very intriguing to know quite what might have defined us.
And action.
I've come back to Scotland. I'm going to see my mum and dad in Paisley near Glasgow, and I'm going to find out what they know about our family history, because I know shamefully little. I think it's quite a common experience amongst Scots to develop a kind of nationalism after you leave. I certainly feel very particularly Scottish now in a way that I probably didn't when I lived here. I mean, my heritage is Celtic. I'm almost completely Scottish. There's a bit of Irish in there, but I certainly feel like a Scot.
I don't have a key anymore. Hello! Hi! How you doing?
Good to see you.
Good to be here. Hi, Dave. All right?
Yeah, good to see you.
Hi. So we'll get a kettle on. That's a proper welcome home, isn't it? And Mum's apple pie. Oh, look at that.
Come home.
David was born David MacDonald, but like many aspiring actors, had to change his name to join the Actors Union.
I just opened a magazine because
pop group or something, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Somebody in a pop group.
Neil Tennant was in Smash Hits, and I just thought the name sounded good.
Yeah, but if you remember, we tried to persuade you to maybe go to a family.
Yes, I do remember that, but I think at 16 I wasn't having any of that.
Well, because parents, when you're 16, parents know nothing, of course.
Quite right.
16-year-olds know everything.
You wanted me to be MacLeod, didn't you?
Well, you could have used MacLeod, you could have used Blair, you could have used any of those names, you know.
David's maternal grandparents were Irish Nellie Blair and Scot Archie MacLeod. And it's his Scottish heritage that David wants to research first.
I'm David, nice to meet you. Do come in.
Thank you.
So he's asked genealogist Brian Thompson to help.
A cup at the moment. Do you want tea or coffee?
So far, Brian's managed to trace back to the 1860s to an ancestor called Donald MacLeod.
And his job in Glasgow was an ironware. When we go to the census with the name MacLeod, we might start to find that he was actually from somewhere else.
Oh.
And I think it might be useful, David, if you want to follow this up.
Yeah.
We could actually go online. You have a chance of finding him on the 1861 census and see what it says.
David can now research the MacLeod line through 3 generations, from his grandfather Archie MacLeod to Archie's own grandfather Donald MacLeod.
Where do we start?
Right,
Where do
go
I
on
head? to www.scotlandspeople.gov.uk. Right, we said we'd have a look at the 1861 census. So do you want to try typing in your...
MacLeod.
Yes, type in MacLeod. Let's go down to see the Glasgow, if that helps.
There he is.
Oh, there he
MacLeod.
is. Uh-huh.
Labourer.
Yep.
From the island of Mull. He was born in Mull.
Kilninian and the island of Mull.
So we come from Mull.
Yep.
I've been to Mull, it's lovely.
Have you?
I didn't know we
it
came from
certainly
there.
is. Uh-huh.
The island of Mull lies off the west coast of Scotland, 70 miles from David's hometown of Glasgow.
I'm going to Mull to find out a bit more about the MacLeods. Up until today, I thought that they came from Glasgow, but obviously they have slightly more country roots. I mean, I guess the purpose of the visit is to find out why Donald left when he did, what life was like, whether he left because life was untenable or whether he left because he wanted to go to the city and see if the streets were paved with gold or not. I've always thought of myself as a lowland Scot, really. The Highlands have been something that I know was there, but I've always felt a bit of a fraud aligning myself to them, rather than somebody who has any kind of blood claim to being from here. So maybe it'll give me a right to feel all the more Scottish. I'm intensely proud of Scotland, and that's a purely emotional thing. I mean, I don't really have any understanding of why that should be, but I'm aware that it's somehow locked into my DNA. It seems pretty remote, I have to say. For
Yeah, it is. Lovely setting though, isn't it, over the bay?
Well, it's beautiful, but it's the middle of nowhere.
David and Brian have come to Mull's Kilninian Parish Church to look for clues about Donald MacLeod's early life.
1755 over the door.
I saw that. That's just when the place was built, actually. Yeah.
Right, so it was that was definitely Donald's parents' time then.
Yep.
Oh, it's a wee bit in disrepair.
Yes, I believe it's being refurbished.
So it's not a functioning church
Not at the moment a functioning church.
There's
no.
people's heads.
Oh my God, yes.
Are they actual skulls of people? Slightly macabre. This might be a distant relative. Meet the ancestors. Am I trampling on some holy burial ground here?
From what I heard of the story is that the workmen, when they came to redo the floor, they took the floor off and found these skulls. As simple as that. They believe they're medieval, but they've not yet been checked out.
I probably shouldn't be touching this, should I? I'm probably destroying centuries-old evidence that somebody's got to uncover.
You'll be all right, just handling them. Yeah. McClukash, yes. I'm not
David
sure
must check the baptism records to find out more about Donald's family.
MacLeod! Charles MacLeod
Oh, yeah.
and Catherine McNiven
Right.
had... What's that?
In Innovey is always a place name after the... So it must be a place called Innovey.
Had son Donald.
That's it. Yep. What's the date?
1819.
Okay. And ED means EODO. That's the same day, so there we are.
Oh, I see. August the 1st.
Aha. So he was baptised in this church on August the 1st, 1819. It seems that Donald was one of 10 children.
Really?
10. Big family. She had children right on till, I think it was 1830 odds.
Whoa!
So she was well into being 40, well
So
past
she
40.
spent the next 20 years pregnant, basically.
She spent a lot of time being pregnant.
Yeah.
You're right. Yep.
But where on Mull was the family home of Inuvey?
Right, David, this map is from 1860.
So where is Innovate?
You know, I don't see it on this map, but Now, there's someone I know who will know where Innovie is. She's a local historian.
Okay.
She's bound to know.
Okay.
At least I hope she does.
Yeah, well, otherwise we're a bit stuffed.
We're really going to be stuck.